Okay, one more quick video on elasticity. I lied on the first one. I want to actually show you the curves and what they look like because it's a bit of a shortcut, a bit of a hack. Basically, a supply or demand curve can be one of three things: elastic, unit elastic, or inelastic. And we score this. Hey, is it greater than 1? Is it equal to 1? Or is it less than 1? And that's for both. All right. What we're looking at when we're looking at elasticity is really my favorite holiday. And you're like, what? What is that? Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. Why do I like Thanksgiving? Man, the grub is off the chain and you're just thankful for it. What do I try to wear to the Thanksgiving table? Makes my wife upset. Sweatpants. Why? Because I'm going to get my eat on. And when I get my eat on, what do I want? I want an elastic waistband. Okay? I want my burgeoning gut to be able to just expand as I eat my third piece of pecan pie or pumpkin pie or whatever, or both. All right? So when you think about elasticity in terms of graphing, I want you to think of waistline here. All right? What looks like a waistline? That does. Quantity. All right? So as a rule of thumb, look at this supply curve. Little changes in price. Let's look across here. Okay? So that much change in price can lead to this much change in quantity. So you can go either direction here depending on whether or not price goes up or down. So little changes in price, big changes in supply. All right? Big changes in quantity supplied. See how that supply curve is flat? That's elastic. You got this whole waistline here. You got this whole area. All right? Unit elastic is a 1-for-1. So here, if we have a 10% change in price, we're going to see a greater than 10% change in quantity supplied. That's why it's greater than 1. So greater than whatever 100% of the change is. Unit elastic, it's 1-for-1. If you see a 10% change in price, you're going to see a 10% change in quantity supplied. It's perfectly even. You can change price and it's going to change the same amount in quantity. Now look over here. This is what I call skinny jeans. All right? You can have big changes in price and only little changes in supply. Look at that. Those are skinny jeans at Thanksgiving. Bad idea, right? You know what this tells me about this company? You change price a little bit, they'll still supply about the same amount. They must be a company that only supplies, just that thing. Okay, whatever the supply curve is. They're going to sell that thing no matter what. And they're going to sell about this quantity of it no matter what. Whereas over here, if I change price a little bit, if I lower price, say from A to B here, from this point to this point, look how far back I take my quantity. This must be a company that make a lot of different things. So they can just switch to something else. Okay? So look at the waistline here, if you will. If it moves just a little bit, it's inelastic. It's less than 1. If it is very flat, it's very elastic, meaning quantity changes a lot. Look at the waistband of the sweatpants here. It moves a lot, right? Price changes a little, these move a lot. And then unit for unit, unit elastic. Now generally speaking in this course, because it's an introductory economics course, we'll draw mostly unit elastic supply and demand curves. So let's look at demand as well. Here's an elastic demand. Look at all this movement. Okay, inelastic, not as much. You can change price a lot over here, inelastic, and you're not going to change quantity a whole lot. You can change price a little bit here, and you're going to change quantity a lot. All right, so that's an elastic, suggests that the price elasticity of demand is greater than 1. This is a unit elastic. You got like a 90-degree here and 245s. All right, so you got price elasticity of demand, and up here is price elasticity of supply, equal to 1. And here you've got a price elasticity of demand less than 1, so it's inelastic. Okay? So again, in macroeconomics, we don't really cover the calculations of elasticity. However, you will be able to look on the quiz and on the homework and say, that looks like a pretty elastic supply, or that looks like an inelastic demand, and then we can put them together. You have an inelastic demand and an elastic supply. I want you to go ahead and play around with these graphs and see what happens to price when you change it.